Dripping Springs, it is Weekly Drip Season 4, Episode 29. I am your homegirl, Ashley Tullis, and this is your clean girl, Miss Amber Pierce. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Amber, how you doing?
I'm good. I think that I maybe got a little bit of this crud that is going around.
Is it COVID?
No, just like the cold kind of thing that's going around. From what I see on Dripping Springs neighbors, lots of people have got it. So I'm not alone. We can commiserate in our feeling like not our best.
That was a little like tongue-in-cheek. And for those that don't watch this live and they come across it 6 months from now, it probably won't make sense. But this is the days of, I'm hearing there's a resurgence and there's rumors and mask mandates and shutdowns. And like all I'm hearing across the board is we're not doing it. Nope. No. We're not. We're done.
Been there, done that.
Like I haven't met one person that's like, okay. I have met people though that are like, take me back to the sourdough bread and Tiger King days. And I'm like, yeah, I'd go back to
I never got to make my own sourdough. I'm a proud supporter of Abby Jane. I love their sourdough. They know what they're doing, and I will happily purchase theirs.
Their sourdough is so good. And I was looking at their website just the other day. I don't have this written down, so this is kind of off the cuff. So something to Google. Their class offerings are incredible, and they have a pretzel making class coming up. And I'm like, oh, that sounds so much fun.
And they sell out super, super fast too. So if any of you have any desire to take one of those wonderful looking classes, you want to do it like as soon as you see it, sign up, because the next time you look, it's going to be full.
Agreed. Do you eat the soft pretzel, the gluten-free soft pretzel?
I haven't had their pretzel.
Have you ever had one?
I've had one before.
Do you put anything on your pretzel? That's really what I'm getting at. Or do you eat it plain?
I like it just with salt.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a huge fan of the cheese, the weird cheese.
That's called queso, girl.
That's not queso. Queso is queso. That's like, I don't know. That stuff seems
What's
like
the cheese that comes in a can?
That's what I'm picturing. Is like cheese in a can.
Rico. Is it Rico?
I don't know. That ain't it. That's not it.
I like a pretzel with like actual queso blanco, if we're being fancy.
Okay.
I like
I can see.
A sweet, seedy mustard. I think goes really nicely with it. Yeah. You know where I like to eat soft pretzels the most? Once a year at Worst Fest in New Braunfels, the 10-day salute to sausage. That's where I like to eat the pretzels.
That makes sense. The mustard with that makes sense. That falls right in line.
No, that's a thing.
Is that everywhere?
Yeah. Well, I think it's a German thing. Like if you were to go to Fredericksburg and order a pretzel, you would definitely get mustard with it. I'm like totally sure. We don't have a ton of people watching live, thank goodness. So the masses can't correct me if I'm wrong until like later. But I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And I'd also like to acknowledge, friends, Amber and I showed up on theme today, kind of accidentally. Up, headband, coordinating colors. She's got the blue. I've got the orange.
Messy bun. And this is just reason 5 million why we are such good friends.
Yes, exactly. But we're here to talk about what's going on around town, and it is Labor Day weekend. May I? Do you mind?
Yes, please.
Okay. Go ahead. So my favorite happy hour in town, best happy hour in town, Dripping Springs Distilling. They have all kinds of stuff going on this weekend. They're going to have extended weekend hours. But I wanted to point out that our girl, Megan Tubb, is playing there on Saturday from 1 to 4. I don't want to screw up the time, so I'm reading it. Barbecue is going to be there by Tipsy Brisket. And on Sunday, they have their brunch. Live music from Undercover, and food is from Cousins Maine Lobster. I love a lobster roll. They will be open for Labor Day, which is kind of, different. Most places are closed around here on Mondays, but not this one on Labor Day. And they'll have $5 cocktails all day long. So that's like super exciting. Once a year, there's a super fun thing that happens here in Dripping Springs.
I think I know what you're going to talk about.
Oh, maybe in the field by Moxie. So it fits you in Rancho 12. It's the Lonely Star Roundup. I believe this is the third Lonely Star Roundup, which is going to be a rocking good time. I don't think there's any restrictions around. Oh, it's a car show.
It's a hot rod and custom car show is what I saw.
Technically, yes. But they are real laid back about who they'll let in. So it starts at 9. It's from 9 to 5. If you have kids, I think potty trained age to age 13, Moxie's open for like free childcare. So it is a family friendly event. There's no entry fees. You can win, I think it's like $1,000 in prizes, depending on like what category your vehicle gets the award for. But I think anybody can show up. Like,
I'm pretty sure anyone can show up. Yeah.
I think your Delta 88 could roll in there if you wanted and they would let you in. Like, I feel like it's like welcome everyone.
Well, it did specifically say on the flyer that I saw all kinds of family fun. So that to me tells me that like everyone is welcome.
Yes. I also realized that there's a pinup contest. So for our aspiring pinup contest ladies.
Oh, I can do that.
I think there's a prize involved.
Are you going to do it? Should we go?
I mean, I'm going. I'm driving there for sure. I'm going to be there. I'll just
wear. Are you going to pin up?
I'll wear my headband.
Nailed it.
No, on the spot. I've never pin-upped before. I don't know if I'll start pin-upping now. But I do have a friend that one time helped me put my hair in victory rolls.
Oh.
And that was pretty cool. That was really cool. So like a salute to the 40s. That was super cool. And I do love all things vintage. Fun fact about me, I got married in a commemorative Air Force hangar under the nose of a World War II fighter plane.
So cool.
Yeah. So I love vintage. I'm excited about the car show. Our friends at 12 Fox are going to be there slinging beer. I can't wait to see them. I can't wait to see the whole town. Like, it's not 100 degrees anymore. I think we're like ready to go frolic. I'm so excited.
Farmers market really wasn't that bad this morning. Everyone was like, it's nice. It was
72 this morning.
It was lovely.
It was beautiful.
I mean, you still don't want to stay standing in the sun. That's not real great, but you can like exist and have a conversation without having to use a shovel to clean yourself up off the road. all the melty parts.
In college, I worked at one of the largest restaurants in Texas. It's in Green. It's the Gristmill. So it's 3 stories. It goes down to the river. It's a beautiful place, and the food is delicious, and you make great money. But it's not air conditioned.
Oh, no. No.
I feel like after a few summers of working in that, like I can handle anything. And when we would leave, we would talk about having the grist on us because we would get this like grime and grit from like being sweaty and running up and down stairs with like trays of food and like, oh my word.
That sounds delicious.
Well, the food was, the people serving it, we were questionable at best. Questionable at best. I don't know why I shared that little tidbit. I think it's to say God bless the people that work in this heat.
Yeah, like Hay City store. Most of that is outside too.
Dude.
Love them.
Same girl.
Love them. What's your favorite thing there? What is the best item on their menu? According to Miss Ashley Tullis.
I like their
I feel like we need a cocktail and a food.
Oh, margarita.
Okay.
Easy. I love their margaritas. They're delicious. And they do like a trio of salsas that are really, really good. But if I'm just ordering food, I wouldn't order it right now because it's so hot, but I like their caldo, their tortilla soup a lot.
Oh, yeah.
That one's really, really good. Really
I'm
good.
hooked on their wings. We will stop there to get wings to go. Their wings are so good.
What kind?
There's different flavors. We really like the Tabasco Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
And because I like to eat fire, they have I can't even remember what it's called. It's like Atomic Hot or something. And if you are really smart, you can get the Tabasco Ranch and then get a side of the Atomic Hot, the really, really hot stuff, and you can dip them in it. And it's primo. And then my favorite drink is the Mexican martini. And I appreciate that we can buy one and we can split it, even though we're going to buy another one anyways, but it gives the illusion that we're being modest.
Yes. I like a good Mexican martini. So good.
Those are really good.
So good. This is funny. I didn't know you liked spicy foods.
I love spicy. If it makes my lips a little bit tingly, like that's my jam.
I had the habanero mango wings from Mr. Chingon at Fairlane last week, and they were delicious. I don't know if they were hot enough for you, but they were really good. It was like I like a good sweet heat.
Okay. Like I can appreciate that too. Not everything has to burn a hole in my tongue, but I don't mind if it does.
With wings, I typically don't go spicy. I'm more like on the sweeter side, or like garlic parmesan. Like I just want to make it so nobody wants to make out with me when I'm done. I eat my husband all the
it's usually all underneath my fingernails and all over my face. So yeah, and then I'm also very spicy. So yeah.
Hey, we have a rare event tonight.
What are you going to talk about?
The super blue moon. And it occurred to me where the saying once in a blue moon comes from. So I didn't know. Do you know? Because I didn't know. I was today years old when I learned. Okay. I'm reading this so I don't screw it up. A super moon means that in its rotation, it's closer to the Earth than normal. That's what makes a super moon. So I think it's supposed to appear bigger. I mean, I don't think it actually changes in size. It just looks bigger. And then a blue moon is when a full moon occurs twice in 1 month.
I thought it was actually going to be blue.
Well, it won't actually be blue.
Okay, never mind. Scrub that off. Pretend like that didn't happen.
There will not be another super blue moon. This doesn't even sound real. Super blue moon. Until 2037.
That's a long ways away.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll still be alive then. But it is a long ways away. And when I get to 2037, I'll be like, oh, I remember the last time this happened.
Oh gosh, by then both of our kids will be like, I'm sorry, I take it back too.
Take it back.
Take it back.
So
you're going to fire me from the show after this.
Never. I would never. But speaking of moons, but not really. I'm learning so much about the eclipse that's going to be happening in April. And I think there's another one in October, but like the big one's happening in April 8th. I think our whole town's going to shut down for it. I think all towns are going to shut down for it because we're in like the perfect little crisscross pathway.
Ooh, okay. Do you think we're going to shut down, or are we going to show up? Are we going to do like an eclipse party? The
city's having one.
Thank you, Dripping Springs. You're the best.
Yeah. And they have a really cool name for it. I just heard it the other day, and there's going to be like viewing glasses and barricades on Mercer. And what I learned was, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the stars as much as the next girl. I love living in a dark sky community. But this eclipse, I don't follow all the eclipse happenings myself. So I'm just not up to speed, but there are people in this world that like love this stuff. And I'm hearing little snippets from it. Good luck booking a hotel or an Airbnb. I hear people are camping for this. And then on the day of, there's this area where it like crisscrosses in the US, and we're kind of in that area. I think Kerrville is like ground zero for it, ground zero in a good way. But if it's like cloudy there that day, these people are going to get in their car and they're going to drive to where they need to be for when the main event happens. And I'm like, this is so cool. And I'm guessing it's like one of the only ones like in our lifetime. I remember a big eclipse happening when I was a little girl, and we made things out of note cards and we went outside and stared at the sidewalk.
Yes.
Like we watched it cross over.
Yes, I remember doing that too. Okay.
So I'm like,
maybe I was in like second grade, maybe.
Yeah, same. I was very, very young.
A long time ago.
But it's gonna be like almost full blackout, I think it's called. Again, oh, sorry for smarter people on the World Wide Web who are like, this idiot. I'm just excited that
it's a super eclipse, like a super moon, like it's
yeah,
super legit eclipse.
It's a super legit eclipse.
It's too legit, and it's gonna quit.
It's gonna go real fast, and it won't happen again for a long time.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
But again, today years old when I learned where the term once in a blue moon comes from. Like, oh, that's what that means. Didn't know what a super blue moon was. I knew what a harvest moon was. Those happen in the fall.
Yeah, that one I know.
Yeah.
So another thing coming up, also on Saturday, same day as the Lonely Star Roundup, is the Grape Stomp at Fall Creek Vineyard. Ooh. And that is happening from 12 to 7 in Driftwood. And you can get a commemorative t-shirt. If I'm reading this correctly, you go and stomp the grapes, and then you put your feet on the shirt, and it says like, I stomped grapes at the Fall Creek Vineyard Grape Stomp.
Okay.
They also are going to have gourmet boxed lunches, but you do have to pre-order both your shirts and your gourmet boxed lunch. And that's at www.fcv.com/events for Fall Creek Vineyards.
/events.
One day I'll learn sign language. That would be one day. That would be so cool. And then also today, the Hill Country Ramblers are playing at the Dripping Springs Community Library from 5 to 6.
Yay!
Have there been other bands playing at the library that I'm unaware of? Because I've never heard of this before.
I'm sure they have. The library has amazing programming.
Oh, well, this is the first I've heard of it, and I got really excited.
In fact, I would argue that our library makes best use out of their chamber membership by putting everything on the chamber calendar better than anyone in town. Every business blow them out of the water. Like you can always find the library's programming on the chamber's calendar, which by default I end up looking at for other things. So I'm really glad it's there. But they just had a cancellation, and then it'll be back, I think, in October of Qigong.
Yes. Qigong?
Which I was like, that's fascinating. And then there's it's like dominoes, but it's with tiles, and it's a game. Mahjong. Yeah, they do mahjong there too. I was like just looking at it like, huh.
I've only ever played that on the computer.
I've never played it, period. I hear you can play in Vegas for money.
Oh, okay.
I'm not savvy enough to try.
I got pretty good at Minesweeper on the computer, and then I some solitaire, and then I also did some mahjong.
That is hilarious. I think you got a knock.
I do. I think I hear little footsteps going away. My son has not started back to school yet. He starts on Tuesday.
Oh, you're so close. Well,
so close, and I'm so ready. Yay!
This Friday, if y'all need something to do, at Founders Park is the Movies in the Park, and they are playing Hook. Has he seen Hook yet?
He has not.
I can't get into it, but it's a classic.
I'm a little bit worried that it might give him nightmares.
Really?
Yeah, he already has a hard time sleeping.
Oh man, maybe I should like audit that again. I just remember like mushing on Robin Williams' face, and he's like, "Oh, Peter, there you are."
Is you.
And then Rufio is a stud.
Rufio.
Oh. So you can relive your childhood days at 7:54 at Founders Park on Friday.
I mean, I may ditch the kids and go to that by myself because I am a huge fan of Hook. Well, thank you so much for tuning in this week for another episode of the Weekly Drip. I am Amber, your clean gal, and this is Ashley, your hometown gal. We love y'all. We so appreciate you, and we just love delivering you the Weekly Drip, and we look forward to next week. Thank you.